Happy day, I am Sathyabama Oppli, Assistant Professor, Head from Department of Communication and Media Studies, Journalism Program. Today, we are going to talk about interview as a news gathering tool. We all understand that it's very, very important for a journalist to use this tool to collect information. What do? Why do they go to people to gather information? And why is it important? And how do they do it? From the scratch, we try to understand the technique of interviewing skill. Interview is the most important tool that the journalist use. So when I use the word tool, we understand that it comes with a skill set. Why journalists use this tool to collect information? They reach out to sources to get their opinion, to talk about facts, to add credibility, to contextualize data, and to give diverse opinions. This can be done in two ways. Journalists go around to meet sources to get the information from the sources for one particular story that they are working on. For example, if I am working on a story that talks about domestic violence, I will have a list of contacts. I will have the contacts whom I can reach out to. They can be the victims, the lawyers, or any social workers. I will go, talk to them, get the information from them, and that interview might last for 1 hour or 2 hours. I get as much information from them as possible. And then when I work on it, I won't be including all the information that I am getting from the sources, but I choose the relevant information that would suit my story. Similarly, that is another way in which I would do the interview. This is one-on-one, face-to-face interview. Here, I talk to an individual who would himself be a story. To make this interview a successful one, highly informative one, there are a few preliminary things that we need to do. For example, if I am interviewing a person, the first thing that I need to find out is whether that individual is worthy of the interview. After having done some research about that individual, if I am convinced, then I do a little more research to find out how the interview should be going. For example, if he is a politician, he has come up with a new proposal or new changes, then my interview will be focusing on that particular mandate that he has come up with. So I need to have a proper research done, and after I convince myself with the list of questions, I need to talk to the interviewee, get an appointment with him, fix up a date, fix up a time, and then I go talk to them. It is important that the interviewer, the journalist, can never go late. He has to go wait for the interviewee, but he cannot make the interviewee wait, because these are all the simple factors that would add on to the trust that they built on you. So let us now talk about how the structure of any interview should be. First and foremost thing that we need to remember is that after fixing up a date, after fixing up a time, and telling them how long the duration of the interview would be, we start the interview with a warm greeting. We wish them, we greet them, we make them comfortable, and we ensure that we don't have any intrusive questions that would make them feel uncomfortable. This is very, very important for a journalist to have a successful interview. So when I ask them questions, we have to be very sure that they are comfortable. And we need to begin with the purpose of this interview. We should inform them about why we are conducting this interview. Is it for a news feature, or is it about an investigative journalism? Whatever it is, they need to know why this interview is being conducted. We all understand interview is majorly questions. So we need to ask questions that would elicit answers from them. We have to ensure that the questions should not lead to either yes or no answer. It is very, very important that we elicit answers. So we need to frame the questions in such a way that they give us a descriptive answer. And we understand, this is something that we need to understand also, interview is never only questioning, but it is active listening also. So if it is face to face, we have to somehow show the interviewee that we are actively listening, either through our body language, nodding our head, or saying yes, or saying I understand, I am with you. So these are all the things that we need to keep saying so that the interviewee who talks to you will know for sure that you are listening to him. And during the course of the interview, it is very, very important that we ask follow-up questions. What do we mean by follow-up questions? When he makes a statement, so what are the follow-up questions? During the course of the conversation, we understand that he has come up with a new statement which you don't have as in your set of questions. So you ask him questions in order to get your doubts clarified. And this is very, very important for you to understand the course of the conversation. And the most important, again, is that you need to show empathy. And there has to be some connect that has to be established between the interviewer and the interviewee. Only then he can come up with facts which you can use for your story. Generally, what do we do when we interview a person? We go with a list of questions. Sometimes the conversation flow will take you somewhere, will take you into a place which you had not planned, but that might be more interesting. Please don't stick on to the questions that you already have. If the conversation leads you to somewhere with multiple ideas, with different perspectives, better go with the flow and ask right questions. And whenever there is a doubt, please get it clarified immediately. That clarity that you need to have, that will help you make a better story. And after the interview, please end it with a polite note. The consent and transparency, this we have already spoken, but I am reinforcing on that because the interviewee should know that the statements that they are using will be used either in our article or will be telecast verbatim. They have to be very clear about it, and for that you ensure that the conversation that we have with the interviewee should be transparent. And this transparent conversation will make them trust you also. Respect and sensitivity. During the course of the interview, there might be some conversation that might arise which will make you understand their culture. Or when you do a research, you also know that their cultural background is different. We need to respect everything that the interview believes in. This is very, very important for an interviewer to understand the beliefs and sensitivity of the interviewee. This, when you do it, this will make the interviewee respect you also. And accuracy and fairness, we understand that these are all the basic mantras of any journalist. Whatever stories you do, whatever reportage you do, accuracy, fairness, objectivity are the major mantras. This, when you do it, it will help you in both ways. One, the interviewee will respect you because you had not manipulated the content that he has given you. Second, when the readers or when the viewers view it, they understand that whatever you have given is based on facts. And so your readers and your viewers will respect you more for the factual content that you are giving them. Privacy and confidentiality, very, very important for any journalist. During the course of the interview, if the interviewee says that there are a few things that he can share, but it has to be off the record, respect that. And if we respect that, again, we win the trust of the interviewee and also general public. Okay, we have come to the end of the module. I'm just going back to reinstate a few phrases that you need to remember as a journalist. One is, please do extensive research about a person whom you are going to interview. Second is, get the consent of the interviewee. It is very, very important, even if it requires to have a written consent, please go for that. Brief them about the need of the interview. Be transparent, be punctual, ask right questions. Do not hesitate to ask follow-up questions, respect their sentiments, respect privacy and confidentiality, and never forget to fact check. So fact checking again is a very, very important factor that you need to remember. Even after the interview, it is your responsibility to check, cross-check the comments or the opinions that the interviewee has given you. And it is very, very important for you to win the trust of the readers and the viewers. So I would like to conclude like this. Interview is indeed a news gathering tool, but it has to be used prudently. Respecting the source is equally important as that of news. Ethical interviews are the cornerstones of responsible journalism, and responsible journalism is the need of the hour. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment to M.O.P Classroom. Thank you.